So I just got back from a couple stores in town and I got some goodies. First off, for the low price of 130 bucks, I got this here aftermarket intake manifold, so I don't have to gut any of the old man. This is some of the stuff that came out of it. That's all the stuff still on it, and I would literally have to gut it all bare, which includes pulling out butterflies out of the runners. It's a lot of work. It was actually way better to just get the other man intake. While I'm at it, I also made myself a block off plate out of the oil catch can thingly-do. So that's going to block off the oil from the timing cover and make that my only PCV, and I'm going to run that to atmosphere. And I got two 5/8 bolts that are going to get epoxied in here. One of them goes there, and one of them goes in the intake manifold right there. It's going to get epoxy. From Napa, I got this here 3/8 MPT, the 5/8 barb, and it's going to go into the oil pan on the driver's side, way on the bottom underneath the AC compressor. And I got 5/8 inch, either heater hose, or for a semi truck it would be used for automatic transmission fluid. So that's my turbo drain. I got myself some cheap heater hose that's going to go from here on the thermostat to there on the heater core. Cleans everything up. By the way, there's the turbo oil feed chilling down there, just waiting for a turbo to go on. Sweet, I got my badass intake on, turbo oil feed over here. Everything else is done underneath there for the PCV system and the cooling system. So, ready to pop my fuel rail in here, be done on, fully done on the intake side. You move to the exhaust side and start doing your turbo oil drain, and then bam, you weld your turbo to a eBay manifold, make yourself a really badass downpipe, get rid of the cat, and you're done. Done. All right, so next up, you get your Chinese cast manifold for the dual cam. I get this one. This is a T4 bolt pattern with a T3 flange here. Now these holes go through into the exhaust on the other side. So you gotta see the screw right there. So you gotta put the screws in, cut them off with the cutoff wheel, and then this one here had to get welded to the manifold. That one had to get welded to the manifold, and that's just holding exhaust gas in. And then you get your two screws over here, get a piece of steel plate, cut it 2" by 4", drill 2 holes, build a block off plate. And now that's ready to go on the motor. Right now I got this part. Here's my part number. It is a 3AN adapter to whatever the thread is on a T2 turbo. Again, there's the part number. It's from Jegs. You can get it from Summit, Amazon, whatever. And that means that right now I've got my oil feed hose right here. So I get to rip off this stopper plug and plug her on into the turbo right now. Go, that's the 3AN to 3AN. You just spin it on like that. Super. All right now I'm laying down underneath the S13 because this is how you get the oil drain in. Is you run a drill right through the oil pan until you get a hole that's about 650 thousandths. Then you take one of these barbs and you just start screwing it right into the sheet metal. I don't tap it. I don't weld no bungs in. I just get my hole the perfect size and take my crescent wrench and start spinning it in. Then I put a hose on it and it goes up to the turbo. This is a big long piece of hose with the 5/8 hole. It's double layer because it's made for oil. We just slip it right on that barb under the car and then fish it up over to this turbo right here, right on the bottom. So here's a part I'm not a super big fan of. This is one of my least favorite parts, but this bumper has to go, so I had to pull the bumper cover off to do it. That's got to get cut up, and I'll make some kind of a bash bar that's way super low profile and slim and hides up here really high, like up here, to support the bumper cover. And I'm going to end up cutting the bumper cover up to have a bigger grill right here for my intercooler, more airflow. I hate this part a lot, but that's got to go. This has got to go, and a bunch of other stuff has to go. Got to clear everything out, cut a hole there, and cut a hole where the battery is. So it's getting awfully late today. Plowing away, welding and cutting all day, trying to make a downpipe by myself on the ground with the welder and a cutoff wheel. It has sucked. What I did is there's a V-band on the front that goes to the turbo, downpipe, V-band on the back. We got a 2 1/4 to 2 1/2 cone. The V-band welded onto it. And all the turbo in there right now with the oil 3AN oil feed. That'd be a trophy truck brake line. The adapter fitting, the oil drain, and the V-band up here. So I'm gonna put the downpipe in the car right now and probably call it a night, make some food. But this is how the intercooler got done. This is a temporary solution. Eventually I'll make an all-tube bash bar, but I cut apart the front bumper structure and ran a piece of angle iron across to give it some top mounts. It's a real nice aluminum pipe. I had to make one cut over here, which I wouldn't have to do if I would have just used the factory manifold, but since I use this, it comes out straight instead of down here pointing up. So we had to put an extra cut in there. Tomorrow I think we'll get first startup on this setup.